during the 7th inning stretch that we're going to do on this call. So if you're joining us for the second time, welcome back. If this is your first time on the Dodgers Noon Party, welcome. We are going to have a great time. And now I turn it over to my partner, Joe Davis.
All right, Alana, thank you. I'm glad we could do this again 1 week later. We want to make sure you know who all is going to join us tonight. We've got several current Dodgers and several Dodger legends with us tonight as well. So let's start off with the current guys. The MVP, Cody Bellinger, is joining us. We've got Kike Hernandez, one of the most exciting players, one of the most electric players you're going to find. Kenley Jansen, 3-time All-Star, one of the great closers the game has ever seen. One of the great pitchers, period, the game has ever seen. Clayton Kershaw is with us tonight. Ross Stripling is here, so valuable for the Dodgers over the years and turning into an internet sensation, social media sensation, podcast guy. Ross is with us.
Stretch.
And we've got Justin Turner as well, one of the best hitters in baseball since coming over to the Dodgers, one of the great team leaders. So those are the active players we have with us tonight. In terms of Dodger legends, we have Andre Ethier, who is a 2-time All-Star, 12 seasons, all with the Dodgers. We've got Steve Garvey, the former MVP, the 10-time All-Star. Adrian Gonzalez, who is one of the great Dodgers in recent memory. And Orel Hershiser, the 1988 Cy Young Award winner, and I think the best partner on television, Alana.
All right, a lot of good teammates, current and former teammates, and still teammates in the broadcast booth with you and Orel, Joe, and Cody. We're going to start with you. It's fitting that we start with the MVP. First of all, have you not found a razor during all of quarantine? What do you got going on with your face?
Unmute yourself, Code.
Good.
Cody.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey,
Right,
is it? I don't even know how to work this. It said the host.
Sit back and don't do anything. Don't touch anything. Just prop your phone up and don't touch anything. All right. So what's going on with your face?
I've trimmed it once. I don't know what's going on. It's hard to find a barber out here.
Yeah, that's hard to find a barber anywhere. What have you been doing to occupy your time other than not shaving?
Not shaving. Golf is still open. So I was golfing quite a bit, but now it's getting a little too hot to golf. And then I work out and hit twice a week, and then that's about it. Watch a lot of Netflix, play some video games.
All right. Any new hobbies?
I ride a bike. I bought a bike, so I've been riding my bike. I saw Andre.
Yeah, I saw you. I saw you on the road over there.
There you go.
Where did
That
you
was
guys
funny.
see each other? Where did you and Grace see each other?
Scottsdale, right by Lafayette Street, where he lives.
56th Street, right through the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Throw it out there. See who shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kike's house. Where's your key house at, Kike?
What's the address?
Yeah, what's the address again?
All right, Cody, we have a fan question for you. We're going to throw it out to LA Maiden on Twitter.
Hey, Cody Bellinger, what's your walk-up song going to be this year?
Oof.
Do I answer?
Yeah.
It's gonna be the same one as last year, Hotel California by the Eagles. I think that's what I was gonna go with, and I think that's the plan.
If it ain't broke,
To get you MVP season.
Yeah,
Okay.
gotta keep the same. Kirsch doesn't like it, but
I don't love it. No. I need something that bangs a little
Kirsch doesn't
bit.
think it's me.
No, that's not true. I just want it to bang. I want to dance a little bit.
What do you recommend? Do you have any in mind?
There's some ones, I don't know the names of them all, but all the stations I listen to, they sound good. I don't know the names of them, but I'm sure Belly does.
Yeah, I've got a decent selection on my phone.
For
All
sure.
right. So right now we're going with Hotel California. Perhaps you change it up. All right, Clayton, I know that you've done a lot already, kind of letting fans see into your world, you and Ellen and the kids. You did the Jock Papa Shot Challenge. We also had, during JT's Home with the Turners, you guys had a pancake cook-off. What else are you doing to occupy your time with the kiddos?
Just occupying my time, Alana, trying to find different activities. I think I've bought every kind of water feature for the backyard. So we got slip and slides and bounce houses and, just trying to entertain 3 kiddos every day. It's fun.
Is it fun, really?
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, I'd like to play baseball too, but yeah, it's fun.
What's What's more tiring, the day-to-day grind in baseball, or like no breaks from the kids?
Yeah, I mean it's different tired, but you know, Joe, you know, it's like Dre, you know, it's just constant. You know, you're just playing 24/7, which it is really fun. But yeah, I mean, baseball, you know, it'd be fun too. So hopefully we get a chance to do that soon.
Alana, I see we have a new addition to the party, Cedric the Entertainer. Welcome.
Hey, man. Awesome. What's up, guys?
How you doing,
What's
Cedric?
going on?
Hey, Cedric.
This is the best year for me to try out, man.
Did you make the squad?
I know we all missing the game. We're all missing the game, but it's like it's crazy. It's good to see you guys, everybody on here. What's up?
Hanging out, doing nothing.
Chilling.
Yeah,
We're all able to fit this in tonight somehow.
God, you know, I had Lon Rosen just track me down and was like, "Yo, you got to jump on, man." I was like, "No doubt, you know how Lon is. He's gonna find you somewhere in the world."
Cedric, do you watch these guys? How much do you miss baseball? How involved are you with what these guys do on a yearly basis?
You know, I mean, it's been great to watch these past few years. You know, I'm from St. Louis, so, you know, I get very torn with baseball. But, you know, you grow up a hardcore Cardinals fan, but because I live here, I'm definitely a big Dodgers fan. My kids are California kids, so, you know, we have to, they're Dodger people, so we have to take them to the games. But I still have that soul of a Cardinal in me. But it's always great. These guys have been amazing in the past, you know, few seasons since I've been out here 15 years, and it's always been fun to go to the games and watch them get into the playoffs. And so, you know, I'm here rooting them on, man. So it's always a great time to be down at Dodger Stadium for sure.
Do you have a fan question to pass along to the guys that I hear, Cedric?
Oh, do I have a fan question?
Yeah, they told me you might have one.
Well, I mean, you know, I'm a big fan of all these guys. Love Clayton. I think, you know, in asking any pitcher, you know, I just kind of like, you know, who's their biggest challenge when you kind of going up. Who do you feel like, you know, that you always have that little bit of butterflies when you know you're about to face this guy a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, Mike Trout's the best player in our game right now. You know, Belly's probably right up there too, but I don't have to face Belly. So I'll probably go with Mike. I've had a little bit of success against him. I've at least kept it in the ballpark. But you know, Mike Trout, man, he's a special player.
Yeah, you can't argue that one. That's for sure.
That's right.
I know it. Orel's on here too. That's my era too. Like, so, you know, yeah. Tell me about one of your guys that you just like when you had to face him. You're like,
Anybody that wore armor, I hated the armor because you had to pitch those guys inside, and if you pitched them in far enough, they just got hit. Like Craig Biggio or Barry Bonds or any of those guys. I hate the armor. Right, Adrian?
Hey, Orel, remember the triple I hit off you, Dodger Stadium that night? Cleared the bases?
Garv. Yeah.
I remember. Yeah.
Should have been a home run with your speed.
Cedric, we appreciate you joining us tonight, man.
Hey, Cedric, I have a quick question.
yeah.
How long does $2 worth of gas get you now after COVID?
Oh man, you don't get much around that. You know, $2 worth of gas gets you very little nowadays. You know,
a lot of these guys don't even know that song. That's why I had to say it.
That's that Nelly, man. They got
that's that Nelly.
They know that Nelly, baby.
They don't know that. Right. $2 worth of gas.
Sure. All right, man. Well, big up, man. You guys all legends. Appreciate it, man. We all miss the game so much. Miss that, you know, the spirit, especially coming in the summer like this. It's one of those things where, you know, people really have no idea what we're going to do with our time. This was, you know, that's the big thing for the summertime. That's the main sport that everybody loves to watch and go to, and you know, that whole spirit, man. So, but hopefully you guys work it out and get back to work and be able to do your crafts and use your skills that God has blessed you with. So salute everybody.
Thanks.
Amen.
Thank you, Cedric.
Amen. Thank you.
Later.
Kelly Jansen, how are you doing, man? How's life at home for you right now? Kenley?
you there?
Kenley? Is he frozen?
He's not blinking.
Kenley.
Kenley left.
Kenley.
No, I'm here.
How you doing, man?
Rearranging those shoes.
It's a hologram.
No, man. I'm here. I don't know what happened, man. Everything froze, but I'm here.
You doing okay?
Hey, guys. Yeah, I'm doing great. Doing good. You know?
Family's good. Kids are good.
Yeah, family, everybody's doing good, you know?
I
Everybody's doing good.
Saw the video today playing a little basketball, right?
Yeah.
He's a lot more offensive than I remember him.
He's so far
Kenley, you're rich.
he's on
Get
the
better
bullpen.
Wi-Fi.
Sell some of those shoes and upgrade the Wi-Fi, right?
Great.
It's too many kids YouTube videos playing. That's what's
Yeah.
going on.
You know a little something about that, Dre. What's
Yeah, I got
like,
four iPads and 6 TVs, all with the same YouTube
Are you
channel
going
on.
crazy? Are you going crazy yet? With 4 kids packed in?
I found a hiding place. It's in my pool equipment room. That it's the scary part of the house because it makes a lot of noise with all the pumps and stuff back there. So I usually go sit back there and hide. And it's the scary part.
Yeah. Adrian, you've got a couple kids at home too. Are you guys staying sane?
We're trying to, but homeschooling and trying to do all the other things that we got to do here, it makes it tough. That's for sure.
Adrian, your friend Mario Lopez was on this last week, and he was talking about how they've changed math, and he doesn't know how to do the math in today's day and age as far as education. What about you and Betsy? Are you dealing with that too?
I struggle with our oldest, with Brianna, with her math, because I just give her the answer. She's like, but you got to show the work. I was like, well, that's your job. So I'll give you the answer. You figure it out.
We're like, good luck, kid. Kike and Mariana don't have kids yet, but Kike is a kid sometimes himself. I feel like you should have your own Zoom, Kike, for your mustache. What prompted you to do the facial hair during this quarantine? It's lovely, and your hat too is very nice.
Quarantine.
Yeah.
Quarantine lockdown. Just like Belly looks almost Amish. That's living, so.
Any chance that stays when we start playing again? When you guys start playing again?
Depends how many fans in the stands.
So if there's no fans, no mustache?
No, I'll have a mustache with no fans. Maybe a fake tattoo sleeve or something too.
Okay. Besides growing the stash, what have you done during the lockdown?
Make sure that Belly doesn't get too bored in the gym. Eating twice a week with him. Walking the dogs. This is my hat when I walk the dogs, and watching a lot of TV, a lot of shows.
This is your first off season in Arizona. Do you get to see your Arizona compatriots often, with masks, of course, and 6 feet apart?
Yeah, no masks, but yeah, I mean, been working out with Belly every day, and that's about it. I get to see Brownie. That's the other thing I get to see.
So the swing is fine then, since you're working out with Belly, you're working hard with Brownie too?
Yeah, I do a great job filming Belly, yeah.
True. His swing looks great too.
What's that?
His swing looks great too.
Oh, good. JT, how's your swing?
I don't know. I filmed a couple swings the other night and sent them to Kike in the backyard. So we were talking about hitting, going back and forth, trying some different things, and I jumped back there. It's hard to explain over text. And I was like, oh, maybe we try some of this or something like that. And swing feels all right, I guess. I went to the park yesterday for 2 days ago and played catch and drop, so that was fun. Threw the ball around and got outside. First time I played catch in like 7 weeks, so glad I'm not a pitcher.
Yeah, it must be nice.
You know a little something about facial hair, obviously. What do you think about Kike's stash? Do you think he should keep it? What about Belly's beard?
Unfortunately, I don't have a quarantine excuse for this that I have going on, but I like it. Belly's is nice. It's coming in thick. I didn't think he could grow like a beard, so it does have a little Amish look, but that's all right. And, Kike can do whatever he wants, man. He can pull up He wears the Bat Boys pants during the games and stuff last year, and pulls it off. Everyone loves it, so it's great.
Kike being Kike. All right, we have a fan question for you, Justin. This is from Patrick on Facebook.
Mahomes?
No.
Hi, Dodgers. I'm Patrick, and I'd like to know if you have any tips on my swing.
He didn't need. He's
Any tips for Patrick on his swing, JT?
well, he's starting off right by wearing a belly jersey, so he's got the good vibes going. But the swing looks good. I like that orange bat. Everything's going right for you, buddy. When you get back out to baseball season, I think you'll be locked in.
All right, Patrick, you heard it from Justin Turner. You heard it there first. Ross, how you doing? I think you're the busiest Dodger during this quarantine. If it's not your podcast with the Big Swing podcast, you're doing the Sunset Strip. You're doing all kinds of stuff. So are you staying just as busy as you were when we didn't have the Rona?
Yeah, I'm definitely busy. You're right. I just kind of say yes to anything, and they keep throwing stuff my way. So I'm like, sure, I'll do it. It helps pass the time, but yeah, every now and then I sign up for a little bit too much.
How outside were you when you had that first inning? What's that?
This is like the 5th thing on either like Zoom or Instagram that I've done today.
Wow.
I think I'm overkill. It's too much overkill. People are seeing too much of me.
Humble brag.
I need to disappear for a while.
Well, on Instagram, you threw a perfect inning with toilet paper. Take us through that.
Yeah, it looked like it. That was actually about the 42nd try. I started off like 30 feet from the bucket and then ended up like 9 feet from the bucket, and it still took like 10 tries. But yeah, that was a good cause by Adidas. Happy to do it. Thought I was picking an easy challenge, and it ended up taking like half my day. But that's what's going on right now, so it's all right.
You're one of those guys.
What, JT?
Pitch count limit, like 40.
Yeah, I didn't end up playing catch that day because it was a little sore.
What's been your silver lining, Chicken Strip, during this quarantine?
Good question. I guess coming home and getting to spend time in Texas that I never do, in better part of a decade. I haven't been to Texas this time of year. And then, we're definitely doing the social distance thing, but I've gotten to see my family quite a bit, which has been great. Normally this time of year, you're not seeing family unless they come see you. So I got my brother, my parents, my grandmother, Shelby's parents, all within about 15 minutes of me. So been able to see them, which has been good.
Alana, we've got another fan question. This one is for Clayton. It comes from Gail Johnson on Twitter.
Hey guys, Gail from Canada here. I became a Dodgers fan mainly because my favorite ball player growing up, Tim Wallach, when he used to play for the Expos, I watched him all the time, and he eventually went to the Dodgers, so I followed him there. I'm wondering from each of you, any of the players that would like to answer who your favorite player was growing up. Mine now is Clayton Kershaw, and I would really love if he could answer this question for us. Thanks.
Hey, Tim Wallach might be one of my favorites. He's the man. He was such a great coach. I had so much fun playing. He didn't really coach me. He's a third base coach. I had nothing to do with him, but getting to hang out with him and maybe hanging out after the games at the hotel lobbies, talking with him, he's the best. But my favorite player growing up was Will Clark. Not the Giants' Will Clark. Everybody thinks the Texas Rangers' Will Clark, where I grew up. Will Clark was the first baseman. I played first base, and so that's why I wear 22, Will Clark.
Justin, who was your favorite player growing up?
Yeah, so I had a really close connection with Cal State Fullerton and Bat Boyd for a few years there. So I followed guys like Mark Kotzner, Aaron Rowan, and Reed Johnson, and they all got to the major league. And ironically, I made it to the major leagues and got to play against them. So they all felt really old when we were on the field together, playing against each other when I was a bat boy for him in college.
And you have a Tim Wallach connection too.
Yeah, Cal State Fullerton guy. He's actually part of the reason why I ended up signing with the Dodgers. talked to him a little bit at I'll say Fulton alumni game. And told him I hadn't signed back, and I think I hadn't signed yet. He went back and told Ned Coletti to give me a call in a few days.
With that, Belly, who was your guy growing up besides your dad? Who was your favorite player?
Derek Jeter, and then I also eventually grew to love Manny Ramirez, kind of rivalries, but I loved the way Manny played, and I loved his baggy jersey back in the day with his dreads.
Is that where you're going? Maybe with this look.
I'll start dreading it soon.
Yeah. A lot of people would have answered back in the day their favorite player being Steve Garvey. Garvey is with us tonight.
Thank you.
How's everything going during the quarantine at the Garvey house?
Well, Candace and I thought would be empty nesters because we just had our Olivia was sports anchor at NBC in Palm Springs, and now she's going to ABC in Washington. So we thought that was it. Sean's at Michigan State, Ryan's at our office over in Newport, and then all of a sudden that ended. Everybody's back here now, and it's kind of a special time when the older kids, are back with you and you're talking, and we have a no texting rule at certain times of the day, no phone rule, but we're making the most of it, so to speak. But I want the guys that are playing now to know this is a little bit of what it's going to be like when the game's over for you. Your wife's going to have social spacing because she's going to be tired of you. So you guys are going to have to stay busy. I heard Clayton was doing homeschooling after the third day, graduated all the kids. So I thought that was pretty great.
It all passed.
Yeah. And I'm just here trying to be humorous, right? You got a right-handed and a left-handed first baseman. Does it get any better, on here with the big guy and I? But, obviously, Zoom now is a big part of our lives. Great way to communicate, especially with our daughters back in the East Coast. We've had 2 birthdays on Zoom that we spent about an hour and a half with the kids and had the virtual birthday cake and singing and played Pictionary and all that stuff. So, you make do. And I think it's really interesting that, during this time, it's kind of fun to take a step back and, look at those series on TV, those shows that you didn't get a chance to see, and you do binge watching. And I'm looking forward to when it restarts again. I'm pulling for the guys to get back. I watched them in spring training. I thought this was probably the best team I had seen in a long time. And we knew there were going to be great things. Now you just have to be patient. And the unfortunate thing is you just don't know when the starting line is. You can deal with the finishing line, but not knowing the starting line really takes a lot of mental toughness and doing little things to keep yourself in relative shape and keeping your mind active.
Steve, who was your favorite player?
Well, Joe, I grew up with the Brooklyn Dodgers and Reese and Hodges and those guys I grew up with. And then Mickey Mantle, my dad being a bus driver, had the Yankees a few times. I was around him. Al Kaline, I remember meeting and being impressed. Stan Musial, those guys from half a century ago, so to speak. But, it was a different time. And it was a time really when you collected those baseball cards and they came to life when you met these guys.
Yeah. Orel Hershiser still hanging in okay?
We're doing okay. We're still designing the backyard, waiting for furniture to come into the new house to get things going. But it's an odd time, but we're always trying to find something to keep ourselves busy.
Did you see the KBO is going to start having games broadcasted on ESPN starting tonight? You going to tune into any of that?
I'm going to have to tune in, and I want to tune in. It's going to be real interesting to kind of study how they do it. I'm sure all the guys here are very interested because it'll probably be injected into some of their Players Association meetings. And as we start thinking about ramping up, I'm sure all of management, everybody's watching it. So it's going to be really interesting, and it'll be great to see sports on TV, especially live sports, instead of watching classic games.
Yeah, obviously you're not going to be any fans at those games, those KBO games. Guys, how weird – because I think we're hopeful baseball is going to get going. I think we're also confident when it does get going, there's not going to be anybody in the stands at first. How weird is that going to be?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be different, especially, for us playing in Dodger Stadium. We get 4 million fans at our gates every year, and we feed off their energy. And, you ask any visiting player who comes in, and everyone talks about playing in Dodger Stadium. hemisphere. So it's definitely going to be an adjustment for us. I did see in a Taiwanese league, they actually took dummies and put them in the stand, so it looked like there was.
Yeah, there's some fans doing, some companies doing charitable efforts too, where you can actually send them a photo and they'll cut you out and put you in the stand, and then the proceeds go to COVID relief. And speaking of that, we also want to remind fans that are on here, because we have 11,435 participants on here. So again, thanks for joining us tonight. But if you have the opportunity during this crazy time, the Dodgers and the Los Angeles Dodgers Foundation have been doing some great work in the community to give back and try to have some COVID-19 relief efforts. You can text the word relief, RELIEF, to 41623. That's 41623. Or you can visit dodgers.com/relief. And I know the Dodgers Foundation, Justin Turner, his foundation, he and Courtney are doing a ton of stuff. So we certainly appreciate everything that all the essential workers and all the healthcare workers are doing. So any support is greatly appreciated.
Anybody watching the Jordan doc?
Oh, for sure.
Everybody watching the Jordan doc?
Yep.
I watched Billions last night.
Billions. Solid.
Same thing.
I just want to say, Joe, before you go to that question, if we had Dre playing with no fans, that would be the most entertaining thing that we would ever see, is if Dre would come back for this season. That would be incredible. We need to have that back.
Oh, wow. I'm full unied up for you guys.
He's ready. He's ready.
Well, there'll be roster expansion.
Well, and the thing is, I've been doing my show with Vassay, and he told me to wear full uni for the Zoom call this week. And he said I wouldn't do it, and I said I would.
You're coming back to the fantasy camp next year. That's it.
You got the pants on too? You got pants?
100%.
No way.
Did you play with a cup?
That's
no,
amazing.
never did one time.
Never did.
That's the longest anyone's ever lasted you. You haven't like broken it over the helmet. I can do one for Kirsch if he needs one. I can get it going.
Just like you used to yell at me in right field. I need that again.
If there's going to be one fan in the stand, it's going to be me, and I'll be yelling. You're never going to be able to hear me from out there. Throw a damn strike. My God.
You'll have to move around.
It's the pitcher up. Why are you going to walk the pitcher, Kirsch? Come on.
Yeah, that was my life for a while, for sure.
Is he the loudest teammate you've played with?
No, not the loudest, but Dre was unbelievable hitter. I mean, he was our best hitter for years, but every once in a while he gave some good blow-ups, and it was just fun. It was just you just kind of give him the space and he cooled down fast, but with no fans in the stands, everybody in every TV could hear him. It would have been amazing.
Like Rich Hill in the outfield.
Yeah.
You're making me turn periwinkle.
You mentioned it, Alana. I'm excited to tune into some Rich Hill starts and look with his voice echoing through the empty stands.
Rich and Walker.
Yeah.
Hey, Garv, who was the best? Who was the best snapper on your team?
Best snapper? Ooh, that's good. Good. Yeah, it was a different time. Lasorda was the best snapper in history, that's for sure.
Yeah. Gibby in our generation, he would throw his helmet, and sometimes the pine tar would stick to the helmet and the glove, and he threw one into the stands one time because his cloth got a little high.
Held on to it a little long. Well, the old days, we had Johnstone putting brownies in my glove, and I'd come in after, maybe the inning and grab my glove, go out into the field, start throwing the ball around, stick my hand in the glove. And one time in San Francisco, I thought there was a roach or something. Those dugouts were so bad. I drop my glove and look at it, and those guys in the dugout are just laughing. So a few more pranks during the game back then. Hey, by the way, it's Mother's Day coming up. And to all the moms that are listening, and to all the guys, moms, and so forth, happy Mother's Day. It's the most difficult of times, but nobody keeps the families together better than wives and mothers. So have a great Sunday.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Word. Amen to that.
Guys,
Amen.
Joe was just mentioning The Last Dance and watching. Obviously, everybody has their eyes peeled on that, but the comparison, of course, constantly comes up between Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Do you guys think it's fair to compare guys in different eras of the game, the sport that you play? That's what do you think?
Oh, I don't think so. I think they're all soul and separate. You know, if you look at the quality of the athletes now, and the strength and speed, and all the faculties the guys have at their disposal to get them to the game well prepared, from whether it's diet or machines or trainers or whatever, compared to when guys used to wear rubber suits, you know, in spring training to get in shape. They went there to get in shape, and they'd lose weight, and especially in Florida, Dodger Town, you know, they'd faint because they lost so much perspiration. It's, you know, each era has its inherent skills and abilities, and it's tough to say one guy's better than the other. I think you'd always naturally point to, say, the last 20 years or so when you're making those kind of judgments. But I think it's all relative to that era and to the competition and an even playing field, I guess you could say.
Adrian and Andre, you just got out of the game. Has it changed really quickly from you guys watching it just in the last few years?
I mean, it hasn't changed quickly. It just we've seen the change happen, and obviously, 5-10 years ago, there was a big emphasis on moving a guy over and bringing a guy in, and now the emphasis is a little more, you know, OPS based. So even the pitchers, it was keep the ball down. Now it's pitched a little bit higher.
Yeah, and I think at the end you could see it coming. It was a steady inflow of what you see the game involved today, and you know, I'm enjoying it a lot more from this side now that you're getting a chance to see how things are, you know, being broken down. You're being able to use the game in a more advantageous way for each at bat, each pitch, and stuff like that. And it's actually more enjoyable now when you're getting to see that and players execute that way. And there's not a lot of wasted stuff out there. That's what's interested now, and how teams have morphed and how they're using that. And it's not just like busy work; it's actually working towards, you know, whatever your goal is, whatever your specific talent skill is, and you can add to a team.
You guys were talking, Alana, about comparing generation to generation. Steve, you once went 8 years without missing a game, more than 1,200 games in a row. Iron Man, yeah, but like in this day and age, you could be the Iron Man of Iron Men, and you're probably not going to play 1,200 games in a row. Right? You know,
maybe 2 weeks. 2 weeks now, and you're Iron Man.
Anybody? Okay, best guess at the longest active games played streak right now in baseball. Anybody got a good guess?
Do you know 200 something games?
Talking about current?
Current, yeah, active.
Freddie Freeman?
No, American League.
Does the American League count? I think it's DH.
No, it's AAA.
Well, it's Whit Merrifield. Kansas City, mostly. American League. 250. 247.
Hey. Yeah. See a couple of them. Remember Hunter Pence a couple of years ago had like 300 games, and then he got hit on the forearm, and that was it. And yeah, the business dictates now that you got to rest the guys, and because you got a lot of guys who can play multiple positions, and you know it's just logical that they can rest from starting. But anybody that doesn't start still got a good chance of getting in the game.
Yeah.
Was Juan Pierre the most recent, longest?
Which one was that?
Juan Pierre.
What was it? I know. You know who had a long one? Was Alcides Escobar had a long one.
I know Juan had a long one coming up, or starts or something, or I don't know what it was, but I know it was long.
Another guy who's had a long
but that
one.
was 10 years ago.
Right. Freddie Galvis has had a long one recently. I think Freeman had a day off last year that interrupted it.
What about Orel's consecutive inning streak? Does that get broken?
Yeah, somebody will break it.
Break it.
Yeah.
And the amount of starts you did it in, Orel, though.
Yeah, Zach did a run at it. Clayton took a run at it. I think might be a reliever though. It might be a little harder to do it as a starter, but we'll see.
It's going to take a lot of six inning strike repeaters, isn't it? How many complete games did you have, Orel?
Drysdale still holds the complete game streak because he completed his last game. But my last game, I didn't get credit for a win or a complete game because it went 10 innings and we lost like in the 12th. So you didn't get a complete game. So Drysdale still holds the record for complete games.
Technicality.
All right, we're going to move on to a fan question now. This one comes from Jacob on Facebook.
Aloha Dodgers, my name is Jacob from Eva Beach, Hawaii. I get really nervous before a game, so my question is to all of you. What are some things that you do out of habit to calm yourself or prepare yourself before a big game? Aloha!
I still get nervous, Jacob. So I don't think once you stop getting nervous, I think it's time to hang them up. So I always get those butterflies every game.
Cody, what about you?
I always get the pregame jitters as well. Maybe listen to different types of music. I don't know.
Do you just embrace them? This is like you don't. There's nothing.
Yeah, like when you're on deck leading up to your first at bat, you usually got like adrenaline and jitters. I don't think that goes away.
That's why you have your mom on deck to make it.
What the hell are you wearing?
Boy, that's goofy.
I'm brushing my teeth all quarantine.
You look good with that.
Oh man.
Yeah. Hey.
Go ahead.
All right, Clayton, you had said before that you think if you don't get nerves or you don't get those jitters that you don't care as that still kind of plays into your game, that you're still a human being and it still matters to you.
Yeah, I mean, just like what JT said, it's like Belly said too, it's just something you embrace. And as the guys could say, I'm very chill on game days. So it's like, it's no big deal. It's just another day. You just kind of go about your business, talk with the guys, hang out, and just kind of lock it in when you get closer to the game time, So that's just kind of embrace it.
Yeah, Ross, is Kirsch being truthful with that?
It's like one of those things you hear about beforehand and you're like, yeah, whatever, how intense can you really be? And then you see it for the first time and you make eye contact with them and you melt. And you just have to run away.
Don't you guys?
Do you have a wall? Do you have a wall at home to throw to, Kirsch?
Yeah, I do actually.
A little short hop ball.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, don't come around the corner.
Don't you guys think that early in your career the nerves are like you're not sure you're a big leaguer, but then later on in your career it's more about responsibility for your teammates and the city and all the different things? It kind of shifts the motive where the energy comes from.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, for sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get this fear of like, man, what if I forget how to hit? Or what if I forget how to oh my God, and you're just kind of waiting for that first pitch to go, and you can like take that deep breath and be like, okay, everything's going fine. Like I know. But sometimes you get those thoughts, you're like, oh man, what if I forget how to hit right now? Like what if I forget how to swing the bat? Like, that's real. I it goes through my head all the time. Especially in the off seasons, going from season to season, and you start hitting like, oh man, I really hope I remember how to do this.
Is it true that if you don't use it, you lose it? Right?
Heard that.
Yeah.
I took pictures of my pitch grips for the first time, like on my phone, like holding the pitch. Took a picture because I was like, I legitimately might just forget how to throw my.
Clayton, what would you do if on start day, say like, 6:15, Kike walked up to you wearing that costume and gave you a smile with those teeth?
Kike and I have an interesting relationship on game days. I let Kike make me laugh maybe once a start or once every few starts. There's every once in a while I'll get a smirk out of it, but I mean, I've gotten a little bit better over the years, guys.
He just chills in the room watching TV.
Yeah, he'll say good morning now.
Hoodie on. He's got a hoodie on. Every once in a while, he'll go. Starting to laugh, he just goes straight into.
It's funny because it's true. Yeah.
DK, do you remember the first time you got up the nerve to like approach him and try to make him laugh on a start day?
No.
No, just
After he resigned.
yeah.
Hey, Joe, now that 11,000 Dodger fans know my weirdness, can we move on to another topic?
Sure. Yeah,
All
why
right.
don't we move on to the seventh inning stretch? Dieter Rule is in the house. Take it away, Dieter.
Hey,
Thank you, Dieter.
he hasn't lost it.
We miss hearing that, and I'm gonna go to another fan question regarding music for these guys. This is from Roach on Twitter, and this goes out to everybody.
What's up, guys? First of all, I just hope that everyone is safe, and we can't wait to see all of you guys back out on the field. My question is, what is your favorite album from start to finish? Mine would be True by Avicii. Rest in peace. Yeah, I want to know what's your guys' favorite album.
Well, Sinatra, The Golden Years is mine, obviously, because I had My Way as my walk-up song. So, but, you know.
Sinatra can't go wrong there. Justin, what about you?
Oh man, I don't know. Probably one of the old like Green Day albums. Dookie.
Okay. Kike.
Dookie. That's a good one.
Yo hago lo que me da la gana. Bad Bunny.
Adrian, are you still with us? Can't hear you.
I'm here. For me, it would probably be Vicente Fernandez, the album that recaps all his number ones.
Okay. Belly.
I don't think I have an answer.
Isn't it kind of hard though? Like, in this day and age, people don't listen to full album. You get on Spotify and download a song.
Not cover to cover.
Yeah. No way.
I don't have it. I don't know.
No, it's kidding.
I'm like looking stuff up. I have no idea. I would say like a George Strait album, just because that's what my parents like would listen to when I was growing up. George Strait, but I'm looking at them. I don't recognize any of them, so I don't know.
So
that's okay.
Belly wants to know what an album is.
I used to go to the store and pick up discs. That's how I grew up. No, I'm just kidding.
Or a turntable, right?
Yeah, I used to spin it myself.
Hey, we talked Jordan Doc. We talked. Somebody mentioned Billions. Anybody else have any recommendation? Oh, what's Clinton got here? Matchbox 20.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's
it.
Real World for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, Bosch, the series really is good.
Yeah.
About the LA Detective, really good.
Any other recommendations, guys? Binge watching recommendations?
Money Heist.
I've been watching Yellowstone.
Yes, very
That's
good.
a good one.
Very good.
Rescue Riders, Spirit, Riding Free, probably my main two.
Coco Melon, YouTube.
Bluey, have you seen Bluey? Bluey's good.
What's the
good.
one?
My girl's
What's the
like it.
one? What's the guy with the
Bluey.
bee? The bee, the crazy little animal.
Barney.
No, yeah, that guy too.
Purple one.
I don't know that one, Jay.
Blimpy or Blippy or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Hey, Justin, you want to fire away something at Alana, huh?
Yeah, I got a question, Alana. We saw recently through your social media, you were trying to do a nice gesture and leave out some snacks for your delivery men and women. And apparently some things went missing, and you found a squirrel on the camera.
Yes, I did.
It was a squirrel, dairy-free. I think he only took the Oreos, right?
No, he's not dairy-free. He took the Oreos and he took the peanut butter and cheese crackers. Because all of this stuff was disappearing, but I wasn't getting any packages. So I was like, what the heck is going on? So we put a camera out there, and sure enough, it's a squirrel.
I was
sick.
We were laughing so hard when we saw that.
What else, guys? Any parting thoughts for the fans we had 11,000 people here last week. Sure, it's somewhere in the neighborhood again. Any thoughts you guys want to leave the fans that are tuned in?
Well, one thing, I've done several Zooms lately with high school baseball teams, and the frustration, obviously, with these kids who are preparing for their season, may have started out playing a few games, especially for the seniors who were looking forward to maybe college scholarship or getting drafted, and just telling them, life is sometimes out of our hands. Some things we can control, some things we can't. Continue to work hard, look towards the future. Don't look behind and say, what if? Look forward and say, what can I do to get myself ready when the next opportunity comes? So it's been fun talking to the high school kids. And then we've got Garvey 6.0 baseball there in the beach cities. We got 4 teams, and talking to those kids on Zoom who are 10, 11, 12, and 13. And a lot of the same things. We always talk about being a team, being a teammate, but now the most important team is the home team, and doing everything you can to help mom and dad and brothers and sisters and just be responsible, even at a young age.
What else, guys? What about from some of our active Dodgers?
Yeah, again, this is tough for everyone, and I think this is really cool to get on here. This is my second one, and interact and kind of talk with the fans. And I know we got really good feedback from last week, so it's exciting to do. I know it's not baseball, but it's something, and I know that both sides are extremely eager to figure out a way to get a season in, and we're doing everything that we can and turning every leaf to try to make that possible. Of course, it has to be safe enough for us to go forward with that to do so, but we're missing the game too, just like you guys, and hopefully we'll be back out there soon.
Well, we definitely want to thank all of you guys for taking the time away from your families to do this with us and just kind of give your fans a bit of a taste of Dodger baseball. We all do miss it very much. And we're going to do this again. We're going to be on here next week, Monday the 11th at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So hopefully everybody can join us again. Until then, be safe. Cody, you can shave anytime. It's fine. We'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys.
Great job. Thanks, guys. God bless.